This thing was on mute the whole time. Oh my goodness, my bad. All right. That goes to show you. Look, we haven't done a Monday afternoon show in a while. Okay. I don't know why it started off on mute. My bad. But let me repeat what I just said. First off, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Second off, it would be really smart if I ran a streaming platform that it would automatically unmute at the start of a show. That would generally be a smart feature. But maybe we'll figure that out one day. All right. So, anyways, good to see everybody. Hope you're doing well. Matty Boy said, was SGA just asked why his Thunder didn't win in the Valley last night? I'm not going to do the move again, but Matty Boy, that was good. All right. Now, let's try this again. Take two. Good to see everybody. Hope you are doing well. And that's a sign, all right, that when things don't go our way the first time, we're not going to get mad about it. We're just going to laugh, have some fun with it, and go. All right, now let's jump into the picks. And then we're going to talk about this. So, number one, on top of having mute issues, picks are as of late. So, it would be absolutely irresponsible of me to throw a bunch of picks at you. It would be stupid. That said, though, we do have some picks, and we're going to talk about this stuff. And I've got some ideas, some other things that we want to talk about. But my boy DJ said it's time to get paid. Absolutely. So I want Aaron Wiggins, all right, of the Thunder, over 1.5 threes tonight, plus 105. Now, yeah, I want minutes. Let me guess. Terrapin? Maryland? Give me Wig over 1.5 threes plus 105. Now, we're generally, look, man, it's an adventure with Wiggins and threes. You're generally going to get 4 to 5, sometimes 6 threes put up. And he's feast or famine. That said, though, Matty Boy, look at that. I love it. All right. Now, I included everything we had from this morning, okay? Because here's what we also need to do. With the change in, no NFL season, that's what I was talking about earlier, was that, generally during the week, we would have Monday night NFL primetime show, Thursday night primetime show, Sunday night primetime show. Now that the NFL season's over, we can kind of expand this out. And I'm going to talk about all that in a second, but I want to make sure that we're a cohesive morning show, afternoon show, all throughout, right? So anyways, it'll make sense. All right. I'm just talking out loud. Illinois State, Montana State, FCS championship, under 56.5. Knicks money line, Rockets money line, plus 125. Steph Curry over 4.5 threes of the Warriors, minus 110. And Dyson Daniels of the Hawks. Again, great name. Over 12.5 assists and rebounds, minus 105. Big Brock said, waiting on Nuggets props, pick it, straight up more. Let's go, baby. Let's get it, man. And you guys, yeah, definitely. I mean, this is definitely a team effort. Excuse me. Sorry. Afternoon Monday show, been a while. Dude, been a long while, right? It really has. Now, what I want to do here, real quick. Keontae George has hit over 24.5 last 3 of 4 and had 29 in the first game against Portland. Nice, man. All right. Keontae George has hit over 24.5 last 3 of 4 and had 29 in the first game against Portland. Perfect, man. Thank you. Hey, let's go. Big Kevin. Hey, always baseball season, baby. 5 weeks. We are almost there. 5 weeks away from the start of college baseball season. Oh, my goodness. I cannot wait. All right. So these are the picks. Now, here's what I want to do. And we don't have to figure this out right now. Okay? But we're going to have this figured out very soon. What I want to do with this afternoon show is this. I don't mean like only. Like we're only doing this. No. But I want to identify a college basketball conference. And we're going to do the same thing in the NBA, but I want to drill down on a conference that we're going to keep up with together every single day. And we're going to look at this and bet this conference every single day in and day out. We're going to talk about this conference. We're going to go through it. Okay. But college basketball is a massive sport with a ton of teams. And I'm not saying we're not betting all of it. That's not what I'm saying. But it is going to help us and benefit us to drill this thing down, at least in one aspect. We don't have to drill the whole thing down. But if we can identify a conference in college basketball and night in and night out, I'm not saying that we don't watch other games, but I want to drill down on one, okay? Because that's how we get better, is that we all do this together. So think of a basketball, and I don't care which one it is. You guys pick. It doesn't matter which one it is, right? Doesn't matter at all. What we want is fun, right? Have fun, entertaining league. We get that, we can absolutely knock it down, right? But what we have to do is we have to just focus on it as much as possible. And it's just so hard. Who has time to watch 130 basketball games every Tuesday, right? You know what I mean? It's too hard. Now, again, not saying that we're not going to, bet all over it. But if we can drill down, yeah, we can really make some money, right? And we could do that in the NBA as well. So, but I don't want to start, a bunch of it. Like, let's just start with one and let's go. You know what I mean? So, and again, you guys pick it. Whatever that you guys think, will be enjoyable. Doesn't have to be a team or a league with, all top 25 teams, but you don't want something boring either. Yeah, Simple said, are we looking for an entertaining conference, SEC, Big Ten, or something smaller like the 12 or Sun Belt? I like to bet things I'm capable of watching. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is that we don't overthink it. We don't want to make this difficult, right? Like, again, the crew, you guys choose, because it doesn't matter. But I will say, don't make it difficult on yourself, right? Big 10, you can watch those games. Big 12, you can watch those games. SEC, whatever. It can get tough if you start drilling down in leagues that don't have a lot of coverage. You know what I mean? Now, again, yeah, most games are on ESPN Plus, but you want to think about simplicity so that everyone can be a part of it. You know what I mean? So again, we'll figure it out, but start thinking about that. Like take, tonight, tomorrow, take this week, right? Just look around college basketball and let's find a league that's fun, and we're going to definitely let that rip, because that's how we're going to get better. And again, we'll hit on everything, you know what I mean, as we always do, but yeah. So yeah, you got we don't have to decide right now, and drop them in. Like, that's the way that we, decide, is by communicating. So if you have an idea, like Mac, Horizon, drop that in. Matty boy, Big Ten is like a reflex when I turn on my TV after work this time of year. There you go. Like, I'm completely down however you guys want to. Yeah. Optical said Big 12. Let's go Wildcats. There we go. Yeah, I'm down with however y'all want to do it. But yeah, no doubt. Scotty said, love the In-N-Out burger hat. Yeah, me too. I want to go there again. Double for life, man. Brian, this will be fun. No doubt. Right. And that's what it's supposed to be, is fun. And it'll be fun. Is like something that we can all do together, and we're watching together. Right. Saint, put up a poll for like a week, AB. Keep the records each day, and at the end of the week, we'll roll with the winner. I love it. I'll tell you what. I'll put a poll on. We could do that on YouTube. I'll put a poll on YouTube, and I'll put the link in the show every day, so that we have people voting. Yeah, I love it. We'll do it for a week. We'll come back a week from today. I like it. Sweet. Yeah. So the beautiful, great idea. Yeah, Saint, appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. And yeah, I'll put the poll up. But feel free to keep dropping them in, right? Let's talk about it. That's what it's for. So, we've got all week to figure that out. But yeah, we'll get better with that. You know what I mean? Because college basketball is really tough. It's just tough to watch all of it. It's impossible. You know what I mean? So the more that we can drill this thing down together, we'll do well. All right. So, and again, think about that. We could do that in the NBA too. If here's the other thing with it, and I'll leave the picks right there. With the NBA, we could do. I don't know. I mean, we don't have to do it with the NBA, but I'm just trying to think out loud. Like we could identify one team, right? It doesn't mean, and when I say identify a team, doesn't mean that like it doesn't mean that we're betting on that team. We could fade them every night. You know what I mean? But the more that we can drill down on these things is what it's going to do. And let me plug in the charger real quick. Is that what it's going to do? Is it's going to increase effective communication between all of us, myself mostly, and it's something that we can all pay attention to together and have a lot of fun doing it. So yeah, we'll start it with college basketball. Well, if anybody remembers, we did this with the Baltimore Orioles in Major League Baseball, and then we ended up fading the Baltimore Orioles every game. But with it comes communication, and the best part about it is that everyone sees different things, man. You know, so with that, like we're all gonna be dropping in thoughts of, oh, dude, did you see Mercer? I'm telling you, Mercer. You know what I mean? It can be anything. So yeah, it's a ton of fun. Big West, right? Yeah. Tizzle crew needs a little more Western Athletic Conference. No doubt, man. Like I'm down for any of it. But whatever we do it together. All right. So that's the big thing. So yeah, the poll is the easiest way. Yeah. I'll get the excuse me. Jeez. I'll get that up for sure. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. My goodness, I'm so sorry. Kirk, these are the NBA props from on tonight, AB. Dyson Daniels over 12.5 rebounds and assists. Yusuf Nurkic over 4.5 assists. And Keontae George over 24.5 points. And remember Stephen Castle tomorrow night over 6.5, baby. Let's go. Kirk, appreciate you. Now, on top of that, what we were talking about, it doesn't mean that we're not going to be betting on everything, you know what I mean, as we normally do. So here's the hard part. And remember, it's Monday. On Tuesdays, Thursdays, keep going, Saturdays, Sundays, Fridays, there's going to be a million college basketball games, right? So when we identify a conference, then we can really start drilling down. But, you know, on top of that, we're going to talk about what is out there. We're not going to limit ourselves. But this is kind of what we're going to be looking at, right? So on a Monday, what do you have? You're going to have a lot of Ivy Leagues, SWACs, right? So Columbia, Cornell, Nebraska. There's only 2 ranked games tonight. Tuesdays are ridiculous, right? And we're getting right into conference play. So we're doing this at the right time. All right. Yeah. So I'm just going to kind of read through these. If anybody has any thoughts, drop them in. All right. Nebraska, Ohio State. We broke that down. We're on Ohio State on the money line. Nebraska 14-0, 3-0 in the Big Ten. Them boys doing it. Ohio State 10-3, 2.5 point favorites. Total 156.5. I'm interested to see how many points kind of each of these teams score. Duh. Yeah. It's called the game. No. I'm interested in what this game looks like. I could see it being pretty low scoring, but then again, we're going to find out. Nebraska's on a run right now, boy. All right, Alabama State, Arkansas, Pine Bluff, that's what you got. Prairie View, A&M, Southern, that's what you got. Oregon, Rutgers, that's what you got. So, yeah, do any of these stand out to you? Yale, Brown? Anybody getting down on some Yale? Look at Yale, 11-2, 8.5 point favorites on the road. Live from the Pizzatola Sports Center. Apologies. I don't know if I got that correct, but I tried. Oregon, Rutgers. Huh? A little Big Ten action for you. Rutgers 0-3 in the conference. Whale, you on Yale tonight? Yeah. I mean, I'm not the largest Yale expert, but they're good, dude. Nice. What is Yale? The Bulldogs, right? Yeah. Milwaukee, Green Bay. A little Horizon League action tonight. Dartmouth, Harvard. That That interest you? How about a little Penn Princeton? Look at these totals. 146 and a half, 144 and a half. Ivy League scoring. They're getting their point production up. Well, don't let them calculate the arc on threes needed. They get dangerous. Yeah. William and Mary Charleston, Lamar, Southeast Louisiana, Texas Southern Grambling, right? I could keep going. I'm not going to read off all these games, but that's what I'm talking about, right? So college basketball, it's going all over the place. College basketball is a sport of volume, and we're going to bet that, but we definitely want to drill down where we can, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll get the poll up for sure. Big Zach said Arkansas Pine Bluff minus 110. I think there's value out of pick 'em. They're pretty good at home. Bama State is a road fade in most places. There we go. Beautiful, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, and anyone who has, local look, regional look, you're paying attention to these games, right? Like, you appreciate that. Like, that's very helpful information, man. Because look, it's tough. It's hard. It is a sport. Think if the NFL had 115 teams. And you've got more than that, right? Like, it's just, there's so many, and there's so many games that, yeah, drilling down. Rolling. Zach, dude, William and Mary with the points. All right. I like it. If you do the college basketball show, I might grow the stones and finally come on the show. Let me tell you. And this goes for anybody, but especially Zach. Anyone who comes on this show, I assure you, you're in good hands. We're going to have a blast. You'll do great. But especially Zach. You'll crush it, bro. No doubt. But there's also no pressure, too. Okay? No pressure at all. But that chair, whenever you want that chair, my friend, it is open for you. Okay. So that's college basketball again. We got a ton of it. Now, the NBA. Unless I go on the show, then don't follow anything. Saint, you would do great too. All of you would. Yeah. All right. So now we've talked about college basketball, and we're going to drill it down. Let's talk about the NBA and the NHL. Now, we don't have to do it right now, but again, the more that we can drill down in these sports, just to start, it can help us a lot because it's a lot. It's a lot to keep up with, right? So the goal really for a lot of us is, all right, I don't need 500 choices. Line me up 5. Knock them down, right? Yeah. Kirk says, last year I was on Braden Smith over on assists. Last was money all year. And you have started this year on your same streak, my friend. Respect. And that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. For Purdue. Is drilling down it's a good thing. Now, you don't have to do it on everything. But that said, when we can find it and we can get a rotation, we're going to get that going again too. And for anybody that's like brand new watching this, I promise this is an organized thing, but this is also one of the only shows, I don't know any other ones out there, that I promise you, it's absolutely community driven. So when I say and bring all this stuff up, like drop in the chat or comments or wherever, like what you'd like, because I value what you say. And I don't say that putting me over. I say it as, let's go. What do you like? Yeah. Saint said, very organized. AB will tell you the show is over, then end it 45 minutes later. That's also true. But no, what we can find that we can communicate together we will succeed at a much more efficient rate. I promise you. Just from doing this, and I'm not saying me, I'm saying specifically, it takes a team effort to do this, right? And we're going to do that. We've done it years and years already, right? But yeah, we're definitely going to get down on that because this crew, we fight together. LA Kings money line, NHL. Big Bruce, good to see you. I appreciate that. All right, LA Kings. Let me write that down. I'm in on that. Okay. Yeah, my point was, you're thinking there's no structure to the show. Well, that is part of the enjoyment, but no, we're working through it now. That's what we do. I'm telling you, it's absolutely community driven. So we'll get down on what makes sense to us now with the NBA. Knicks and the Pistons, Bulls and the Celtics. Let me get the picks up real quick. Anybody that may have came in. Aaron Wiggins over. We'll go right back to the NBA, I promise. I have applesauce brain. I know it probably drives people insane. I'm so sorry. I have to deal with it every day. I love you. The problem is me. Wasn't that a Morgan Wallen album title? Maybe I'm the problem. Oh, there's no maybe. I'm the problem. No doubt. I just appreciate you all putting up with me. All right. Aaron Wiggins, Thunder over 1.5 threes, plus 105. FCS, Illinois State, Montana State under 56.5. Knicks money line, Rockets money line plus 125. Steph Curry over 4.5 threes, minus 110. And Dyson Daniels over 12.5. Assists and rebounds, minus 105. My man Justin said, good afternoon, crew. AB, how we doing? Just finished the morning show. Glad I caught you live for the afternoon. Well, my friend, number one, it's great to see you. Number two, what's the yellow highlights? That's picks from this morning, big dog. Just in case. Just in case, exactly that. All right, anybody that couldn't make it this morning, you know what? Might cost me a view, but I'm going to save you some time. Let's go. We're going to streamline all this. So I promise anybody that's brand new, we are organized around here. Sometimes we just adapt. So those are the picks that we have. Now, let's go back to the NBA. So holler out what you have. Like if there's anything that, you're definitely jumping on, I'll tell you what I've got. And again, we'll start with college basketball, but we're going to get back to the NBA part two, because I'll say this as well. There's going to be a lot of folks, and you don't have to, identify in the chat, but there's going to be a lot of folks who are saying, AB, I just don't have a lot of time, bro. Don't have a lot of time to watch the games. I can watch, what I can, bet what I can. That I trust me. I understand that completely, right? And that's exactly what we want to do. So anybody that's, like, bro, I don't need to bet 30 different games. I got you, man. We're gonna have some fun. We could trail one team, and again, doesn't mean that we're betting on them. Could be fading them, but it's a process that works, and it's consistently worked on here through the years. So yeah, it's gonna be, and it makes it more fun for sure. So all right, Knicks and the Pistons, Bulls and the Celtics. Tizzle said, I've been slacking on NBA, going to lock in. Oh, no doubt, man. And look, that's why I say, and I'm not saying this about you, I'm just going to use what you said. Bro, same, right? Now, we've done what we can, but looking at it, the most difficult part is it's very hard to keep up with all of it. Now, we will, and that's what you have this show for, is to do that. But on that granular level, where we're talking about it day to day, man, the more that we could drill this thing down, the more successful we'll be and the more fun it'll be. So, yeah, AB, a lot of people questionable tonight for the NBA. Yeah. The NBA is hard, man. Yeah. Tay, my money is on the New York Knicks. I know Detroit is doing good, but next year win with Bronson. Yeah. I'm right there with you, right? On the Knicks for sure. Bulls and the Celtics. Celtics 10.5-point favorites. We've got them on the money line. Hawks and the Raptors. Now, Raptors 2.5-point favorites. This one in Toronto. We're on Dyson Daniels, over 12.5 rebounds and assists. He's with the Atlanta Hawks right there. Total 234.5. Kirk, yeah, and back to this. AB, a lot of people questionable tonight. That's the most difficult part, is that load management, all of that. It's about to fully come into and it's already been coming into play. And I'm not coming to players, just it is what it is. So yeah. The closer that we could get to tip off, that we get these NBA bets in, actually is better. Every other sport, it's early. NBA till later, right? Suns and the Rockets. Rockets 8.5-point favorites. Yeah. Total 222.5. Again, think of the Rockets like you do think of Houston like you do with Houston basketball. This could be a decent game, though. I like the Suns. 8 plus 8.5. Matty boy, we going? I mean, betting on it. I'm sure that you're not driving to Houston. Tizzle, I'm to the point of betting a Jalen Johnson Hawks prop every game he plays. Been super profitable this year. I swear. Like, the more that we can drill down, the absolute more lethal we would get in sports betting. And I wasn't saying like for that point, but like, yeah, like I agree with you. This is what I'm getting at. That's a great way to look at it. Big Brian, AB, I have to go. Thanks as always. I did send you an email. Beautiful. I've got it. I'll get back to you. And yeah, no doubt. Everybody, golf, another sport. We're gonna start breaking down. Brian right here, PGA professional. So pretty knowledgeable dude. And we're gonna get that going. So if you're brand new here, get to know Brian. Absolute phenomenal human being. And yeah, got some golf knowledge for you. So we'll definitely be hitting that as well. Again, Hornets and the Thunder. We got Aaron Wiggins over 1.5 threes. And look, we need minutes and we need volume. And I think we can get it tonight. Anybody taking that Thunder 15.5? Nuggets and the 76ers. Sixers minus 14.5. Life without Nikola Jokic is different. Quite different. Zach, University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, money line, plus 100 college basketball. There we go. Matty boy, I like the Suns catch the points tonight, but not betting it. Saint, not touching that Suns Rockets. KD playing his last team. Booker been inconsistent. I'm good. Next. I feel you. NBA's hard, man. It's a man. It's weird. It's a consistent league, but it's not. That was the dumbest thing I just said or ever said. But man, it's. Yo, what up, gang? What's up, man? You doing all right? So good to see you, man. Hope you're having a great Monday so far. Yeah, so 14.5. I mean, these are large numbers here. Jazz, Trailblazers, Blazers 6.5-point favorites. Total of 241.5. Shout out to Travis Outlaw way back in the day. And then the Warriors and the Clippers. We are on Steph Curry over 4.5 threes. Now, I saw it in the chat, and apologies I didn't get to it earlier. Steph Curry, if we're interested in laddering him. I hear it concerns me, and my concern is this. Steph could go off at any time, but there are a lot of 2 for 8 games mixed in there. 4.5 is a risk, honestly. So I don't know. I don't want to discourage anybody laddering. It sounded so country there. Laddering. Apologies. Everyone here in Tennessee is like, yep, sounded right. Much love. Yeah. Steph is. It's Steph, but it is temperate. But the minute that I say that is the night that he has, 7 of 11 from 3. It just goes completely off. Like that could happen at any night. Take Houston Rockets at home. They're more locked in. Yeah, there's some bullies, right? Houston is, this is a good point right here. Steph, stay away from me always. It's different betting Steph Curry. No doubt. Saying Steph has the capacity to go off any night. It's the greatest shooter of all time. And Mike, oh yeah, like you will never ever, and not that you were saying this, but like, yeah, I'm right there with you. You'll never hear me ever utter one negative comment about Steph Curry, right? Dude, he's awesome. Yeah, try to bet Steph and say, yeah, that's a good point. It is. It's a more tempered. Like, not temper. You get what I'm saying. But yeah, that's the other thing. But yeah, next week, we never know. Oh yeah, it's rolling dice. It's rolling buckets, 20-sided dice. Yeah, no doubt. But we're gonna roll it over 4.5 tonight. All right, let me get the picks back up here, and we'll bounce that. I don't want to keep you guys too terribly long. But the important thing is that now, I mean, again, like Tizzle said, we haven't done one of these Monday afternoon shows in forever. So I know that, we're getting off of the holidays, New Year's and all that. And just looking to find like consistency in all this again. So we'll have that for sure. But okay, let me do the picks real quick and then we'll bounce out. And again, hold on. Aaron, sorry. Yeah, I have to deal with this brain. Aaron Wiggins over 1.5 threes plus 105. Illinois State is college football. Illinois State, Montana State, FCS championship tonight, under 56.5. Knicks money line, Rockets money line plus 125. Steph Curry over 4.5 threes minus 110. And Dyson Daniels of the Hawks over 12.5 assists and rebounds at minus 105. All right. So I'll get the poll up on YouTube after the show. And let's identify a college basketball conference that we can all follow night in and night out. And again, not that we're not going to look at everything else. We absolutely will. Do not concern yourself. This will not become a Mac only show, right? Or whatever conference, right? Although that would be fun to do, like one conference and just completely do. Maybe we'll do that. But I'll get the poll up. Let's identify one, because the faster that we do this is the faster that we can all get our eyes on the same thing, and then we can communicate daily on the same thing. And once we start doing that, we're gonna figure this thing out. The books work together in terms of all their employees, algorithms, and everything else. We got to be doing it too. It's hard alone. It's hard out here all right. Anyways, all right, we're gonna get out of here. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Monday. We'll be live tomorrow, normal time, 10 a.m. Eastern, as we always are. Till then, everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets together, and we will see you soon. Thanks. Who's got it better than us? Nobody.